I greet you. I'm Renita. Today I don't have too much introduction, but I'm going to go straight to the message. I was supposed to make it a short, but I need to keep copies. I'm going to talk about reading the Bible. Reading Bible is good. If you read the Bible with full knowledge, full understanding, the way you read a novel and you want to hear what happens next, and you can't sleep until you read until wee hours about the Bible, about the novel, is the same thing that you need to read the Bible. Don't read the Bible with two minds thoughts, but read to understand each and every word. And reading the Bible from the beginning to the end, because you have 12 months, is so important. Let me give you examples that you need to take into your minds, into your heart, into your soul, and understand. Bible is all the prophecy of yourself, of the future, your punishments if you sin against God, your blessings, everything. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 26. It's talking about King Uzziah. King Uzziah was a good king. And, excuse me, if I hear the name of King Uzziah, it leads me to the book of Isaiah 6. Let me start, before I read what is on King Uzziah in 2 Chronicles, let me tell you, if you go to Isaiah 6 verse 1, I'm going to read just that part. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord seated on a throne, high and exalted, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Isaiah, it shows that Isaiah and King Uzziah cross paths. As they cross paths. It reminds, the Uzziah's name reminds me of Isaiah chapter 6, because I read the Bible, so I have the mind. Now is telling me, where is King Uzziah? King Uzziah appears in the book of Isaiah. How many books from 2 Chronicles to Isaiah? Nearly 9 to 10, I think 9 to 10 books between them, those chapters, between those books, to get there to Prophet Isaiah's book. So let me read and tell you that if you read the Bible, you know everything. King Uzziah was a farmer. Let me read 2 Chronicles 26 verse 10, because you don't read it, that's why you don't know. They were farmers. Abraham was a farmer, he kept animals. If he was alive, he was going to tell you how to look after your livestock, how to treat ticks, how to treat anthrax. Because we don't read Bible. You don't read Bible. The thing is, it's just a book that you don't. You want to read things of Satan and telling you this one is about to do this and this, and you want to know and curious. Yeah, listen, read the Bible. Let me tell you, let me read 2 Chronicles 26 verse 10. He also built towers in the desert and dug many cisterns, because he had much livestock in the foothills and in the plain. He had people working his fields and vineyards in the hills and in the fertile lands, for he loved the soil. Let me repeat, for he loved the soil, which shows that King Uzziah was a farmer. There's a common thing with me and King Uzziah there. I like farming. I love soil. I did that agriculture subject at school. And I love soil and I love farming. And always with God, with my mission, now I see that God had prepared me physically and spiritually. Every time God give me, I speak with God and with my mission and my calling. Most of the dreams I'm planting, working the land, planting everything, working the land. That's how God, my calling is about. And please, I'm just sharing it to give you the picture. Don't go there and try to predict my life, because I know where I stand with the Lord. My calling and where God put me, and I know the answer. That's why I'm sharing a small thing. Don't try to predict my dreams. Don't try to predict me, because I know what God said. Because every time, even a dream, before I even know, God will tell me the dream and teach me what is it meaning before I even open the Bible. So don't go there. Let's talk about here. So even if when God sometimes he give me a land and said, can you see this land, work this land, it takes me to Ezekiel 37, that people like, I must pray and cast those dry bones. We are going to read Ezekiel 37 verse 3. What does it say? He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, O sovereign Lord, you alone know. God is asking Ezekiel in conversation about the dry bones to show you the picture. Can you see the picture? The picture. The dry bones. When the Lord speak about the land and give me, sometimes you just see that God put me in a land to work the land, to clean the land. And you see the enemy is trying to say it can't work. And when they see, but God is full of wisdom. Because the enemy, after that, even in that dream, as I'm working and being sent on my missions, the enemy will start clapping hands. He said, we didn't know you can make it, you make it. Because God is the answer. So if you don't know, your Bible that you are thinking you are escaping, you don't want to read, you want this novel about evil things and what, you will cry for that Bible. I worry for people who don't have Bible, a paper Bible. The people that you play, you don't think about a paper Bible. You don't think about the Bible. You just use the phone. Don't worry. Your tablet will not work. And even if there's time that when the Lord told me and I was telling you people to read the Bible, they will monitor you through the phones. And you will not. Because I remember another time I was looking for a verse and I want to go, they didn't want to access. So if you think about that, I'm telling you, you play. You know, COVID, they closed the churches in COVID. Closed the churches. And after they closed the churches, beer was operated. People were getting beer to take out. They'll say to enjoy and not feel bored at home. But there's COVID. But the Bible, you cannot be allowed to go to pray. And I'm telling you, there's time that they will do the story of Daniel, that they saw him through the window when he was worshiping and went to ask the king to do the decree because they wanted Daniel to be killed. They will do that monitoring. You know, the AI you want. And this is monitoring you with your phone and your cameras in. I'm telling you, everything. You will not have chance to read. So if you know the Bible, you will be covered. Those cameras won't see you when you meditate and you pray. And you will be able to read that paper Bible no matter how cameras are there. And no one will come and watch you through the window and through the camera. I'm telling you, if you think life is going to be easy, it's going to be worse. They will not allow you. And you'll be busy watching. There will be no TV, no information. If someone told you it's coming, you are busy with the world news about this confusing you, Satan, trying to invade. You know, let me say something. 2 days ago, this is to come 2 days ago, in my dream I was dreaming, buying in a shop. People were buying this and salads and what, but I was not buying and I was not angry. They said buy, I didn't buy. But later, looks like I went to bed to sleep and I could feel the demons came to my bed to follow me, want to be my spiritual husband. And now he's asking me a question. In my dream, want to test me, and I said I was refusing. And I said no, and refusing. Then what God did was he put me to watch that demon. That demon, what he was trying to say, he wanted to ask me. And the thing that he know that made him look at me and said, I knew you were going to say that, was my answer from I think I said that dream. If you want to do this to me, how am I going to face the Lord? And do you want me to lose the glory of the Lord? And that demon left without a thing. Because he said, I knew you were going to say that you can't lose the face of the Lord. Yes, because if you stand and read the Bible and know your soul is away, when the demon, even if he came to visit you on your bed, he knew that he was trying to test, but he knew that this woman is not, because they tested by trying to make me buy stuff in the shop to eat. The salads, the greens that I love. But I didn't buy. I told them I'm not hungry. I didn't waste my money. Because even if I use my money, they were going to take my money. And when I wake up, you know what I said? Next time, don't ever come and cross in my door, my room. You don't belong here. Get out. Before I made a warfare prayer, I said, next time, don't come into my house and don't try me again. Get out. Devil. And your demons. So, you see, the Bible is not a rapid war. Bible is answer. From this story, you hear, if your Bible is the wisdom. Job 28 is saying that. Job 28. Men mine and mine, but they never looked for wisdom. So if you're not serious with your life, with the Bible, I'm telling you, you are not going to make it. Even these things you see, wars and what, if you look at it, Satan is trying to set, to manipulate everything. Everyone is watching Iran. What is best about Iran? Abraham is an Aramean. He came from where? From Iran. Abraham, the great father of many. So, if you look spiritual, you are coming there. Physically, you just see war and oil and all these world things. Stop. Read the Bible. Everything that is happening is in the Bible. And God is going to set the record straight. And God is going to make things happen. People are already crying. People are already starting their foot in this 2026. They are starting wrong. Some they are starting with promotion. Some they are starting with new jobs. Some they are starting with good things. You play. The Bible, no matter how you are stressed and what, it gives you something, your mind to think. And when you read it, you have a problem. Cry and start reading the Bible. No matter you are not, you have cry and cry and cry. And look for pages that comfort. When you think, then you go and read the story of King David when he cried. When he came, the seat was destroyed. He cried, he didn't get answered until he stopped and started praying. And God answered. And he said, go, pursue, overtake, and recover. So, you read the Bible. These novels, throw them under your bed and start reading the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, from first page to the end. You will find that there are nice stories that makes you laugh. There are stories that makes you cry. There are stories that makes you see things. Everything is in the Bible. The science is there. Mining, go and read Job 28. Read everything, Proverbs, everything. People are being told to read the Bible. I'm telling you, you look for this Bible, and you'll be in the desert, on the dry land, no water, no what. And God will not answer or will bring that water from the rock that he did, like what he did for the Israelites in the desert. I'm telling you, read the Bible. Can you see the connections in the Bible? Any read you have, any dream you have, you read the Bible. Your future is there. A modern life is there. Who is a farmer? If Abraham was alive, was going to tell us how to treat animals because he was looking after animals. His son was a farmer. If you remember, everyone want to read what happened with Isaac. Isaac, what did he do? The Lord said, plant in the dry. It was a famine year. But how many times 700 folds he harvested. He was a farmer. They were doing their job. You have agriculture, you have science there because God created everything. Every history is there. Every story, every subject, you have biology or anything. Every subject you have is there in the Bible. So why you want to listen to men and what? But nowadays, people, what they are doing, they are no longer doing science. They are doing science for the devil, so that you can see the wickedness of devil. Because devil never brought anything nice on this earth. He brought darkness. He brought makeup. He brought wigs. He brought those nails that people put. And please, people with those long nails, don't even save my food. Because the thing I start thinking is about hygiene. When you wear your nails, how do you touch my food, and how do you clean yourself with your nails? It's one thing that I think about. So please don't save me food. Because I think about when you go to that loo, how are you going to clean yourself with your own nails, and how are you going to make them clean? Don't tell me that you clean. Nails must be short. Don't do that. Don't. Let's stop this drama. May the Lord help you and bless you. Amen.